Hello, spiritual souls. Let's do this. Let's do this. So, normally we're outside, but it is on and off raining, and I don't feel like battling with the chickens today in my spiritual talk video. This is normally my lock background, but tomato, tomato. You gotta do what you gotta do. And I'm in my uniform. I'm about to go to work. So, I wanna know, how have you guys been dealing with healing? Healing your past trauma, past people, all of that. I want to know because during my, I guess you can call it dark night of the soul healing process, healing journey, I found this life saving technique called journaling. Yeah. Now, as a child, I used to journal a lot. I had my diaries. Um, Unfortunately, I didn't have a sacred space, so my diaries were sometimes read, and from then I never kept a diary ever again. But as an adult now, I do have my own sacred space. So yeah. And why journaling was such a big flipping help for me was, I don't know where I got the idea. I probably watched Abraham Hicks, or I probably watched tarot reading. Um, something somewhere told me to start journaling my feelings when I was going through the ish that I was going through, the problems, the people, my life, where things were going. And someone said, journal, write it all out, write it all out. And in writing, I end up talking about one or two individuals. And I looked at that and I started to elaborate about how they made me feel. And this turned into a whole, like, what do I call it? Forgiveness book? Yeah, forgiveness book. Forgiveness. So what I ended up doing was writing down a particular name and giving, let's just say, I write a name. I wrote a name. I wrote a name here. I gave them a couple pages, and in those pages, I was able to express how said person made me feel, whether it be by their actions. Actions and deeds are the same thing. Their words, the energetic frequency, treatment, just in general. And I decided to write down everyone who I felt have hurt me, burned me in some way, made me feel any type of negative energy, anything. And in writing those things down, I learned so much more about myself. I was able to see my negative traits, my negative qualities, but I was also able to see the positive traits and positive qualities I had. Personally, I was a person who was too forgiving, too understanding, too loving, and I was not giving that energy to myself. I was just pouring it out, giving it to everyone, giving it, you get a love, you get forgiveness, you get to come back. But I wasn't doing that for myself. But anyway, long story short, this isn't about me. In addressing and writing down and seeing the problems that you experience with these individuals, you heal and you help yourself and you see your greatness. Because think about it like this, people are purposely put in our lives. We choose them before we come down here on this earth to teach us lessons. And the best lesson you can learn or get is from someone who is close to you, who's always going to be close to you. My glasses are flipping reflective as hell. I think I'm going to take these off, yeah. So, yeah, where was I? Yeah, so when you came here, honestly, you were like, you know what? I'm going to need to learn to love myself. So you surrounded yourself with people who weren't giving you the love because you had to give it to yourself. So when I looked at my relationships and I had family, I had friends, I had lovers. When I wrote these things down and I looked back and I'm like, damn, shit, this shit was awesome. I awoken. I My spirituality took off. Don't mind my coverage there. I just noticed that. my spirituality took my spirituality took off. And when I say took off, self-wise, it wasn't even about the people. It was about me. And I saw the negative things that they did to me, but I was also able to see the positive because I made a positive. I decided to do a positive and a negative. Okay, Tom was negative to you because of this and that and that. But on the other side of the page, however you want to do it, you can write at the bottom, you can write at the side. Find the positive aspect in it. Find what you learned from Tom. What did Tom teach you in his negativity towards you? Because there's always a lesson to be learned. We just don't see it. Sometimes we gotta look, we gotta find it. And I was able to go and find my strengths, like I said, my weaknesses, and realize what I needed to fix and what I gained from these connections. And I realized nothing was a waste. The pain that I experienced, there was always an equal value lesson associated with it. I'm speaking horribly today, I don't know. And like I said, sometimes it takes you writing it down to see it. Sometimes it even takes hindsight, because in that moment, there's a lot of things happened to me when I was younger. I was not mentally evolved, spiritually evolved to even process, but now I am. And that's why I decided to write down every I was gonna curse just now, every name of everyone who hurt me. And I forgave them. And you have to forgive. Like, everyone says forgiveness is for you, not for them. They are freaking right. They are fucking right. It's true. It is so damn true, because I may never get an I'm sorry from these people. These people probably don't even know that they've hurt me. Now, if you want to go and confront one or two people, confront. You want to talk to one or two people about the experience that they put you through. If you want to go and talk to them and have a reason to sit down, go ahead. I will say, don't expect an apology. If you get one, awesome, great. Don't expect one. Me, on the other hand, there was a lot of talking. I never did with anyone. I didn't talk to anyone, because I realized, like, I can energetically heal and forgive you from a distance. I don't have to be in your circle, in your space. Half of these people are no longer in my life anyway, but the damage still remained. The hurt still remained. The lesson still needed to be learned, which is why I was still hurting over these past things, and I carried it on to new relationships, new people. The damage that I was supposed to learn from, not be a victim of it. I was supposed to learn from it, and I end up carrying it forward, multiplying it sometimes. Sometimes I'm the one who even made it worse. I know, right? Universe. So like I said, if you're gonna have a sit down, don't expect an apology. Don't expect one, because you may never get one. And sometimes in life, you don't ever get the apology. What does that mean? If you never got an apology to someone who hurt you, do you walk around that hurt? Do you keep that hurt with you for the rest of your life and take it on anyone else who comes around? No, boo-boo, you don't do that. You can't do that. Heal that shit. Heal that. And because sometimes after you even healed and forgiven and moved on and cleared the energy, sometimes those same MFs come around, or you buck into them and they apologize. It's like, wow, I didn't need it, but thanks anyway. Because you clear the energetic field. You clear some ties, some soul ties, some energetic ties. All of that is cleared the minute you heal and forgive. I bucked into an ex of mine who had me fucked up. Not gonna lie, he had me in a real fucked up place and had me mentally fucked up. And he thought I just had me. That's a lot of cursing. And when I saw him, normally I used to get triggered. I used to be like, this mother. Look away, or leave, or hide. Not really like hide, but just don't want to be seen, try to make my. Not anymore. Freak that. And he walked up to me, and it's almost like he could feel like I was different. Because he never used to approach me, he just used to look at me. And he walked up to me and was like, hey, how you doing? What's up? I'm like, good. Good, you alright? Yeah, man. Just healing. I'm like, great. You look good, thank you. As do you. And that was that. Normally, it's way more toxic than that. Like I said, we just stare at each other because he could have felt that I still had, I guess, resentment and ill feeling or some type of feeling towards him. And your energy projects beyond what you think. You would think you're hiding. No, but you're not hiding your energy. It's very visible. The person, especially who's tied to it and associated with, can feel it. So he could have felt I was awkward, or he just could have felt the link. After I healed, the link was gone. And he had to talk to me now to actually gauge what the fuck was going on with me. And that's such a mind trip because I was still tied to him. I was still carrying the emotions, carrying the baggage of him. So I still had that link, that energetic frequency, that link to him. So there was no need for him to even talk to me, no desire to talk to me. But once I cured that and he saw me again, he's like, I can't get in this bitch head. What the fuck's going on? Let me go say hi. They feel it. So like I said, journal. Write your shit down. Write down your family members, your friends, your lovers, your co-workers, your associates, strangers on the side of the road. Whoever made you feel any type of way, write it down. But I also want you to not just vent how you feel. Vent and find the possible outcome, because in every negative situation there is a positive. We gotta look for it. We gotta start looking for it, people. We have to start searching for that shit. You can't wait for it to fall on us. Oh, this is what I know. You have to go study yourself. And I learned my triggers. I learned what my triggers were, why, from whom and where they stemmed, who multiplied it, who helped multiply it, including myself. I learned so much about me. And I just feel better for it. Now I don't have any ex that I have negative feeling or resentment for. I can guarantee you that I have every single ex of mine, I can hail like, hey, what's up? Nothing. And it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. So you want that feeling all around, not just with exes, with family members and friends and all of that. Journal and write your lessons. Can't sing? I didn't tell you. Peace, people. I can put my glasses back on now.